If everyone would stand for the presentation of the colors and the Pledge of Allegiance. Presenting the colors today are members of Brougham High School AF JRTC Color Guard. After the pledge, please remain standing until the colors have exited the field. Please join me in reciting the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You may be seated.
Good morning. Welcome to Rome High School Class of 2026 Commencement. We appreciate you being here today to support these students as they reach this milestone in their lives. On behalf of Rome High School, we take this moment to honor and remember the students who are no longer with us. We are deeply saddened by the absence of Rachel Madai Vallejo Duarte and Jamarius Javon Wells. They are not here to walk across this stage. Their presence is deeply felt by all who knew and loved them. They remain an enduring part of our school community and are missed each day by their classmates, teachers, and friends. Today, we would like to honor Rachel and Jamarius with an empty first seat on the field and by presenting their families with a special diploma. We carry the memory of Rachel and Jamarius with us as we celebrate this milestone. To the families, please receive this diploma on behalf of the class of 2026 to honor your daughter Rachel, Maide Vallejo Duarte, and your son, Jamarius Javon Wells. Thank you. Please join me in a moment of silence for Rachel and Jamarius. Thank you. Thank you. My condolences. And now, please help me welcome to the stage the class of 2026 Salutatorian, Audrey Claire Loveman.
Years ago, I sat in these stands while attending my sister's graduation, thinking that my graduation couldn't come soon enough. I'd always thought that I was more prepared for college than my sister, and in retrospect, I was probably right. Still, as my sister started her journey in college, I was only just beginning mine in high school, and it was exactly as I expected. Rome Middle School, but somehow with more crowded hallways. In these hallways, I've made many memories. Unfortunately, the memories I seem to remember most are the more embarrassing ones, like the time the string of my backpack somehow got tangled with someone else's backpack as I was trying to turn onto F Hall. This forced me to do a full 360 down B Hall to follow the girl until I was able to detach my backpack. Or the time I walked right in between a couple as they started hugging and then was made fun of by several teachers on C Hall who witnessed the event. No matter how hard I try, I'll never get rid of those memories. Sophomore year in psychology, I learned that when a moment triggers strong emotions, a part of your brain called the amygdala releases chemicals that strengthen that memory within your hippocampus. This means that I forgot what the amygdala was on my psychology test because it didn't encode strongly in my brain. But I'll never forget that I failed the second test we took in psych because it worried me so bad my amygdala made sure I'd never forget. We'll always remember the moments that trigger the most emotion better than the ones that don't trigger any. There are so many highs and lows that have happened in the past 4 years that sometimes it's hard to tell whether I enjoyed my high school experience or not. It's so much trouble because I only seem to focus on the memories that weren't fun to make, even though I had plenty of amazing moments stored nearby. I'd focus on things like how much I hated the cold football and soccer games I went to instead of how much fun I had with my friends afterwards, and always end up eating at Taco Bell. I once thought that everything I couldn't remember right off the top of my head was unimportant, but that's not true. The faintest memories can be so important to how we view the world, the people around us, and ourselves. Everyone here forms opinions based on what is heard or experienced, which is why every little moment matters. When I look at my friends now, I see slightly, or maybe more than slightly, burnt out students and athletes who are always down to go out to eat and have conversations that always end with, ugh, I just want to graduate. But I also still see the kids without licenses that had no struggles other than convincing their parents to pay them to hang out with friends. And yes, I did slightly judge my friends based on how they talked to their parents on the phone. They definitely judged me because of it. With every familiar face we encounter, we see little highlights of those people in our heads, hopefully with good moments, but sometimes with reminders of why we choose to pretend like we don't see them while shopping in the grocery store. While we may not always be able to change the opinions of others, we can always try to become better, ensuring that the images are accurate to who we want to be. Everyone here today has a different version of Rome High, as well as a different version of the people sitting to your left and right. It is our job to remind others of who we are and what we've done together so that we can truly capture what the past 4 years have meant to us. Every high and low that some or all of us have shared will forever bond us as we utilize our memories to attain what we desire. As we continue our journey, we will always have snapshots from Rome High to look back on. These aren't just images to remind us of who we are and where we come from. These images shape us into who we will become. We may turn in our Chromebooks and no longer walk the same crowded hallways, but we will forever have our memories, even the ones that our amygdalas choose as souvenirs. We take these memories with us. With these moments, we bring our confidence, our resilience, and our sense of direction, guiding us towards the lives we've only just started. Okay, class of 2026, let's go make some more memories.
Please help me welcome to the stage the class of 2026 Salutatorian, Giuseppe Rutledge.
I won't say how long ago I finished writing the speech, but what I will say is that I think Mr. Stafford was just about ready to kill me. Procrastination, particularly with writing, is something I've struggled with for a while. It would have been much easier to spend this time on my phone doom scrolling or playing Clash Royale, or, heaven forbid, use AI to write the whole speech and be done with it. Until around 11th grade, I hated writing with a passion. I remember on the first day of high school, I had an assignment in my literature class that required me to write a paragraph. A whole paragraph! In my mind, this task would be excruciating, and I put it off to the best of my ability. Fortunately for me, or so I thought, due to a conflict in my schedule, I was soon transferred out of that literature class, but it came back to bite me when next semester I had Miss Bernstein. Miss Bernstein was amazing, but boy did she make us write, and my fear of writing paragraphs was quickly crushed. I could have taken the easy route through high school, but I continued to challenge myself with classes I wasn't comfortable in or naturally good at. As I struggled through the hardest social studies classes we offer, My newfound ability to write gave me the ability to understand issues much more thoroughly and to connect and synthesize ideas from many different, seemingly unrelated places. Being outside of my comfort zone wasn't easy, but after many sleepless nights and lots of writing, it gave me an entirely new understanding of the world. But enough about me. Let's talk about you. Everyone here has a dream. You may not have everything after high school figured out yet, but every one of you has something you'd like to achieve, some vision you have of yourself, some impact on the world you like to make. But many of us, myself included, fall victim to the trap of comfort. We choose to do what's easy, what's familiar, what's comfortable, sacrificing our potential for the safety of our beds. It took me a very long time to realize this, but you have so many opportunities just by virtue of existing. Don't cling to your zone of safety. Don't let fear get in your way, because there's so much for you to do and so little time. It's easy to sit there and accept your life as it is, not as it should be. But this trap doesn't just affect your own life. I know many of you aren't happy with the world we live in. But just like within our own lives, for some of us, it's so much easier to close the blinds, sit down, and ignore what's going on outside, or accept that it can't be changed. This is a narrow and harmful way of thinking. Despite how easily you may be able to ignore everything going on, there are many people who can't because it affects them directly and they have no choice. Something I've heard several times lately that resonated me with is, suppose we took everyone's problems and put them into a hat. Would you reach in and take someone's, or would you want to keep yours? Sometimes we forget how good we have it, and we have the responsibility to help one another. There will be times when we face hardship, times when we face injustice, and we owe it to each other to lift each other up. It's easy to only think of yourself. It is our responsibility to do what is hard. While each one of us individually may not be able to make a significant impact on the world, if enough of us act together, we can achieve anything. But that requires cooperation. Look at the people around you. We come from many different backgrounds and cultures, but you have much more in common with these people than you might think. And much like changing our own lives, in order to change the world we live in, we have to get off our phones, get up off of our couches and beds, get out of our houses, and make the change happen. If we choose to do what's easy, if we ignore the issues and the injustices of the world outside, if we don't stand up and fight for a better one, then the change will never come to pass. There's a quote I found that encapsulates these ideas from a sermon preached by Dr. Martin Luther King about the struggle for justice and the work required to achieve it. Change does not roll in on wheels of inevitability, but comes through continuous struggle. And so we must straighten our backs and work for our freedom. A man can't ride you unless your back is bent. I don't know where all of you are going when you walk out of the stadium. Maybe some of you don't either. All of you want to accomplish something. All of you have a vision of the world you want. But to achieve, you have to get up and work for it. To change the world, we have to stand up and fight for it. There are those who seek to divide us, to hold us back, to get in our way, but any obstacle we face can be overcome through the strength of our unity. But you have to fight for it. It's so easy to sit there and do nothing and let our potential waste away. No one ever said changing the world would be easy, but I promise it will be worth it. Don't try to procrastinate the future because it's coming anyway. When you leave today and head off into the unknown, there are a few ideas I'd like you to take with you. First, only you have the power to achieve your dreams. And to do so, you'll have to do things that are unfamiliar. It might seem scary, and you'll be uncomfortable at times, but that discomfort is better than the regret you would have without it. The second is that regardless of what you achieve, you are worth much more than your accomplishments. The third is that when you ignore the problems outside, you surrender your power to fix them, and we are much more powerful together than we are on our own. When I was much younger than this, I read Dr. King's "I've Been to the Mountaintop" speech. It stuck with me for a very long time, and I wanted to include a quote from it, one that I felt would be important to carry with us as we go off to face great adversity, achieve great things, and change the world. King used this idea many different times in his speeches, including in the sermon I quoted earlier, and it is applicable now as much as ever. The last idea I want you to take with you is this: a man can't ride your back unless it is bent. Now get out there, stand up, and make the change. Go Wolves. Which way do we walk?
And now help me welcome to the stage the valedictorian of the class of 2026, Bryson Rosales.
Good morning. and thank you for being here. I know it's wet, but I want to quickly give thanks to the faculty, staff, and admin for gathering us here today. And what an honor it is to be standing up here speaking to you all. I want to quickly start by looking back and reflecting on my junior year. Now, people always say junior year is the hardest, and I think we can all agree they weren't lying. I mean, as many of you know, trying to balance school, sports, clubs, jobs, maybe taking care of siblings, or probably the hardest task of all, trying to keep your room clean, definitely became a challenge I wasn't prepared for. Mom, I promise I'm going to keep my dorm clean in college, so please don't worry. But nonetheless, I was able to rise above and persevere through junior year. I was able to do this because I believe that even when studying, practicing, or working feels miserable in the moment, the effort always pays off in the end. How I did this was a simple idea, but one that's often difficult to enact: discipline. Discipline, defined by Merriam-Webster, is an activity that a person regularly engages in to train or improve oneself. That belief in discipline became my foundation. It is still my foundation to this day, and I know every single one of you have shown that same discipline to reach this moment. But if I'm being honest with you all, my whimsicalness was kind of cooked during my junior year, and hopefully the kids on TikTok find that one funny. But no, a lot of us know what it feels like to put on a face every day. And it's not necessarily because we're sad, but we're just exhausted. When I reflect on my junior year, I know there were great moments, but I seem to remember the constant stress, the lack of sleep, that life was just go, go, go. I think somewhere in all of that, I kind of stopped enjoying the experience of being in high school. But as time went by, senior year came along, it felt a lot different. Yes, the workload was lighter, but something else was different. What changed was that I allowed myself to socialize. For the first time, I went to football games. I hung out with friends outside of school. I finally talked to people that I've walked the halls of Rome High School with for 4 years and never said a single word to. So, if I compare last year to this year, I realized what had been missing: choosing to put myself out there and connect with others. I didn't lose sight of my goals, and I still stayed disciplined, but it made the long days feel easier, the stressful moments feel manageable, and ordinary days feel meaningful. Now, why do I tell you all of this? We all have had different experiences throughout high school, and each and every one of us have learned different lessons. My high school experience may have looked very different than some of yours, while for others, it may have looked similar. But I know throughout my experience, I have learned lessons that I will carry with me long after graduation. So before we walk across this stage and receive our diplomas, I would like to share a few of these lessons with y'all, and hopefully they can also serve as some guidance and encouragement to you all as well. So number one, chase big goals. And I mean big, big goals. Don't just take a shot, take a three-pointer. Heck, I mean take the standing at the other goal, throw the ball with all your might. I mean final buzzer sounding, praying it's not going to be an air ball. For the great philosopher Michael Scott once said, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Actually, Wayne Gretzky said it first, but Michael Scott, you stole it and used it for The Office. But no, if you aim for big goals, you may not hit all of them. But the ones you do land, man, are they going to be good. Number two, success comes at a price. Anything of worth has a cost, so count the cost. If the cost of your success is exhaustion, it was not worth the price. If the cost of your success is your peace of mind, then choose another path. If the cost of your success is losing yourself, then you've traded everything for nothing. Create a future that you can be both proud and present for. So pace yourself, and don't burn out chasing a future that you're not going to have the strength to celebrate. Number three, don't strive for perfection, because it is unavailable. Strive for improvement. If you're constantly improving, while you may not achieve perfection, you're going to get pretty darn close. The people you see who are successful all share one common trait. The number of times they've been knocked down and gone back up is offset by one. The comeback is always bigger than the setback. So never give up and never let anyone tell you you are not enough. Lastly, number four, Love the people around you. Love your mom for every moment she has taken care of you. Love your dad for working tirelessly to give you a foundation to stand on. Love your friends for being your escape and your support system. Love your teachers, coaches, and mentors for giving you the skills and confidence to move forward. Love the people in your life while you have them. Life moves way too quickly, and the people we love are what give life its meaning. So Mom, Dad, I love you with all of my heart, and words can't express how grateful I am for everything you have done for me. So as we begin to step into this next chapter of our lives, there is a mixture of feelings in the air. Excitement, maybe just a tiny little whiff of fear. I mean, for the first time, we're getting to experience independence. And independence is a gift that's thrilling yet terrifying. So all I can promise you is this: I am going to give my future everything that I have. I am going to strive for greatness. And I trust you all to do the same. The road ahead is going to take discipline, and it's not going to be easy. But if any graduating class can make a difference, it's the class of 2026. We are a class with gifts, intelligence, skills, and above all, integrity. Now come on, class 2026, let's go ahead and change the world.
We will now present diplomas to the class of 2026. Bryson Enrique Rosales. Audrey Claire Loveman. Giuseppe Latimer Rutledge. Fred Elijah Naduga Johnson. Cameron Michael Bawa. Soisha Rajamandari. Brian Felipe Beltaton. Alexa Carolina Acevedo. Samantha Marie Acevedo. Sophia Victoria Amata Lortundo. Angeline Nafiome Alfaro. Braxton Joshua Anderson. Tariana Janice Bell Anderson. Emma Elaine Arrington. Alexander Abasai Arroyo Flores. Rayan Hadir Bajwa. Zakia Nicole Banks. Amira Valia Barnett. Crystal Alexandra Barrera Palma. Adrian Giancarlo Spariga. Michael Jamar Barton. Noah Griffin Beard. Lily Grace Angel Blanchard. Antonio Wayne Boston. Isabella Ray Boutwell. Reagan Elizabeth Burke. Adela Cabrera Guzman. Natalie Rose Carrasco. Santiago Froilan Castrojean. Mariana Castrojean Hernandez. Jose Efrain Chacon. Mariana Chacon. Adamaris Chun Vasquez. Cordelia Abigail Clark. Devin Alexander Clark. Cadence Lynn Clontz. Asher Ray Cochran. Adeline Xenia Cordell. Paola Fernanda Coronel Ortiz. Aiden Michael Crabtree. Jennifer Cruz. Brigia Maria Cruz Pachuca. I told you. Janer Osmani Cruz Fuentes. Madeline Nicole Cruz Hernandez. Jason Cruz Reyes. Messiah Davian Daniels. Destiny Lamija Avina Dennis. Michaela Janae Dennis. Rafael Dolores Marillion. Aria Nevea Janae Dublin. Cardin DeWong. Joshua David Eves. Joseph Arthur Edelkind. Camden Grace Ely. Brian Escudia. Jasmine Ananin Escudia. Angie Michelle Espana Linares. Isaac Kazan Eksted. Maria Isabel Franco. Cecia Raquel Franco Alvarez. Kristen Elizabeth Garrett. Autumn Carolyn Gibbons. Carolina Gomez Garcia. Bianca Gonzalez. Deshaun Joseph Green. Olin Polly Greer. Renan Ernesto Guifaro Meja. Victoria Galilea Guzman. Noah Christopher Harris. Michael Lee Hatcher. Lillian Catherine Hedrick. Cassandra Abigail Hernandez Rodriguez. Lucas Westfall Herring. Kayla Danielle Hood. Jideja Eugenia Nicole Hoskins. Lillian Michelle Howell. Brander Hurtado Portomarin. Hannah Lynn Wynn. Guy Wilbur Ingram IV. Idalia Lizeth Jacobo Martinez. John David Jensen. Lucy Catherine Johnson. Taylin Letitia Johnson. Nasir Ahmad Jones. Natalia Desiree Jones. Emily Karina Wanta Lopez. Bayan Mazin Khatib. Dana Naziha Saeed Khatib. Bailey Jade King. Kevin Vin Lamb. Evelyn Itzel Ledesma. Austin Cole Lanier. Kylie Noel Lewis. Mahogany Denise Little. Jacqueline Melissa Loarco Garcia. Malijah Zacole Logan. Melissa Veronica Lucas Domingo. Emiliana Abria Ludi. Edwin Luna. Corbin Josiah Maddox. Emily Jane Maloney. Gabrielle Elise Manning. Rihanna Anai Martinez. Gerber Martinez Morales. Lydiana Mateo Angel. Lataj Carlito Kashun McCain. Terrence Jermaine McClinick Jr. Sullivan Aiden McElroy. James Garrett McPherson. Mary Catherine Mead. Mason Benjamin Mead. Jake Nathaniel Medley. Hillary Magdalene Melendez Santos. Elizabeth Claire Mendiz. Nayeli Raquel Mendez Bamaca. Maris Tanya Mendez Mendez. Brandon Alexander Miller. Hala Muhammad Samir Musleh. Astrid Dayame Naharo Linares. Andrew Walker Neal. Embry Jason Oliver. Sitliali Yamalet Oriana. Nikaya A Miracle Orr. Jonathan Graham Atonius Parker. Preet Amish Kumar Patel. Jamaria Cyrell Sincere Payne. Jasmine Jean Payton. Preston Joseph Peck. Alex Aparicio Pelico Natividad. Gotcha. Michael Fabian Perez Pablo. Nada Joanna Perez Vicente. Abigail Marilyn Pipple. Caroline Dorothy Pipple. Asia Simone Powell. Gilbert Noe Ramirez Rojas. Destiny Sky Rathbone. Ethan Avon Ray. Sophia Jean Reese. Elijah Xavier Richards. Olivia Michelle Robbins. Mia Lejeune Robinson. Dylan Estuardo Rodriguez. Lashmi Vinay Rodrigo Mayorga. Riley Owen Rogers. Jacqueline Katie Sue Roner. Danielle Brooke Royer. Clay David Sabino. Madeline Samha. Liam David Gregory Samples. Randy Urim Sanchez Lopez. Felipe Santa Maria. Hope Elizabeth Saylor. Brianna Arlene Segura. Trinity Demaya Seifert. Lovett Grant Edward Self. Sarnaya Quintana Slack. Asa Cotton Slade. Jackson Robert Slatke. Nalisha Lamaria Shikera Smith. Sam Michael Smith. Amaradavi Isolde Suck. David A. Sante Vicente. Marlon Bonin Stannard. Hannah Noel Stendelin. Nakairi Lashane Strickland. Olivia Grace Strickland. Noah Nathaniel Strickland. Tamaj Timothy Stubbs. Sophia Paolina Steparik. Gilberto Emmanuel Tax Cruz. Kennedy Ellis Thomas. Gerardo Titzel Lopez. Vanessa Torres Quiros. Jaron Silas Townsell. Monsi Naomi Tun Ixme. Brandy Maria Uya Ravakaba. Carla Miriana Vasquez Perez. Kenny Joseph Vasquez Perez. Cindy Araceli Velasquez Perez. Kimberly Anais Velasquez Ramirez. Jennifer Graciela Vicente Bamaca. Leslie Kimberly Vicente Ramos. Anita Francesca Vicente Vicente. Diana Clementina Vicente Vicente. Maggie Francis Waters. Jason David Welchel. Colton Reed Williams. Ava Renee Wilson. Hayden Brian Wood. Joelle Annette Woody. Sophia Grace Wright. Anderson Alicio Abadio Jr. Abadia. Emogia Jeravius Adams. Kylie Taylor Adams. Sophiziona Wyesity Zanaril Adams. I told you I would. Maya Taiwan Adams Gibson. Aubrey Mariah A.G. Reyes Humberto Aguilar Reynoso. Evelyn Aguilar Ramirez. Ruundi Nathaniel Aguilar Ramirez. Alexandra Alcantara Scudia. Edwin Alcon Larice. Carmelo Anthony Aldridge. Angelique Betty Alicott. Brizadia Ambrise Chavez. Brown Nelson Archilla Velasquez. Christian Ariano. Brian Arialo Montoya. Tequilia Evelyn Austin. Miguel Angel Avina III. Dennis Rutillo Barrios Mendez. Andres Bartolome Pascal. Jordan Elise Barton. Lydia Elizabeth Blanco Martinez. Amari Messiah Boatner. Montana Reagan Boggs. Christopher Earl Booth, Jr. Ethan James Boswell. Jacob Ryan Bovey. Nevea Marie Bowens. Dontavius Duran Boyd. Nathan Kenneth Bramlett. Ania Elizabeth Salis Brooks. Theron Tremaine Brown Jr. DeKalen DeKel Burdett. Gareth Lewis Burge Jr. Naomi Sharice Butts. Maria Guadalupe Calderon Guzman. Rosiah Tycaria Carey. Nathaniel Israel Carranza. Andy Robin Chanchavek Vicente. Chanchaviak, thanks. Eric Chitap Mahia. Lamar Alquan Clark Jr. Andrea Riona Terrion Clowers. Martinez. Damian Dominic Dwan Hammond. Diamond Ann Harper. Lamar Jashun Harris. Roger Keppen Hartman III. Malik Lee Hatcher. Emily Hernandez Bibian. Tamia Juwan Herring. Brady Harris Hewitt. Destin Israel Hightower. Tycorian Devon Hodges. Tobias Quillen Hubenthal. Macy Elizabeth Hutchins. Madeline Grace Hutchins. Jesse Tito Jacobo Ramos. Brandon Jacobo Monroy. Christopher Smith Jennings. Kendrick Terrell Jett. Jose Luis Gregorio Jimenez Francisco. Natalia Jimenez Calderon. Deshaun Ramias Johnson. Emmanuel Tylee Johnson. Vernon Lee Johnson. Demetriana Denaya Jones. Nayeli Petrona Jose. Kaya Shamaria Joseph. Leticia Jessica Juan Esteban. Aman Amjad Kawa. Braylee Elise Kelly. Hayden Jace Terry Kelly. Heaven Khalees Kelly. Madison Marie Kite. Zion Pamela Denise Kamani. Jadashin Jamani Kennebrew. Emma Grace Marie Kunkel. Kamaya Lachey Lawrence. Jemiah Calicia Leith. Nayeli Leon Guzman. Tyler Wayne Lester. Terrell Noah Lewis. Tyler Josiah Lewis. Genesis Elena Lawn. Casey Elizabeth Lopez. Thank you. Zayden Valentin Sotero Lopez. Telma Jimana Lopez Vicente. Lopez Perez. Minor Stephen Lopez Vicente. Christian Lopez Gomez. Danny Israel Lopez Luax. Leda Dominga Lopez Palico. Dewan On Your Way Love. Beyond Unique Lowry. Leslie Miranda Lucas Vale. Ronaldo Macario Aguilar. And Amira Andrea Macario Perez. Haley Uretzi Magana. Alicio Manuel Pedro. George Luis Martinez Jr. Julian Ezekiel Martinez. Manuel Martinez. Matthew James Mateo. Micaiah Ari Mays. Zoe Morgan Denise McCurchin. Malaysia Juliana McGinnis. Brandon Lewis McLaughlin Jr. Corey Desmond McHenry Jr. Miana Natrice Melvin. Lilia Esther Mendez Pais. Karen Lynette Mendez Vasquez. Nevaeh Grace Mings. Jalen Jermaine Montgomery. Corleone Preston Moore. Joseph Dean Moore. Tracy LeBron Moore Jr. Brianna Deanne Morrell. Malachi Isaiah Mosley. Dulce Maria Munoz Rodriguez. Nevaeh Roche Murphy. Andrea Michaela Smith Nation. Chadrick Keelan Nation. Adrius Damon Nicholson. Daniel Ocampo. William Jason O'Day. Angeli Diana Oliva Oriano. Willie Freddy Orozco Velasquez. Yareli Ortiz Lopez. Emily Ortiz Valdivia. Pedro Ortiz Zamudio. Liliana Grace Owens. Lucas Grant Pavlovsky. Carol Esther Paz de Leon. Jocelyn Samantha Pellico. Jaden Centel Penn. Xavier Devon Penn. Jimmy Smith Peraza Magana. Jaden Perez Hidalgo. Timothy Raphael Perkins. Marvin Augusto Portuguese Acqui. Michael Ali Powell. Ezra Charles Quinn. Jeremy Dwayne Ragland Jr. Anthony Laud Ramirez Gonzalez. Edgar Nahum Ramirez Calderon. Jennifer Priscilla Ramirez Pablo. Christina Elizabeth Ramos. Kingston Jamar Reese. Adrian Reyes. Gilberto Reyes Lopez Jr. Fatima Daniela Reyes Nunez. Elizabeth Ann Reinhardt. Jakaya Kamari Robinson. Michael Gerard Robinson II. Tyler Jacoby Tyreek Rogers. Jalea Elise Rooks. Cesaria Elizabeth Russell. Eduardo Ezequiel Sachi Titsol. Douglas Gibran Sams. Juliana Elizabeth Sanchez Garcia. Matthew David Scott. Sorry. Jamie Fernando Segura. Jevin Zaire Shepard. Jennifer Manuela Sika Tucum. Kashay Nicole Simpson. Bailey Elizabeth Sisson. Noah Elise Smith. Alexis Otanio Socop Allegra. Somaya Nilexis Sorrells. Brooklyn Jeremiah Spivey. Tana Willow Stamey. Arlise Lachelle Starling. Torrance Prevad Stevenson. DeKalen Levon Stocks. Lillian Beatrice Strickland. Natisha Patience Strickland. Essence Latrice Stubbs. Julieta Soakuki Aki. Jamarcus Rashad Sullivan Jr. Trinaya Michon Terrell. Ingrid Giselle Titzel Cox. Carlos Andreas Tomas Francisco. Braden Wynn Tran. Gavin Davian Turner. William Blake Tyler. Jakim Malik Usher. Kiera Jolie Usher. Alex Giovanni Utuck Hernandez. Heidi Guadalupe Valerio Martin. Johnny R.J. Vasquez Lopez. Oliver Giovanni Vicente Juarez. Riquelmer Vicente Sacan. Christian Jonathan Vicente Sante. Andy Aparicio Vicente Vicente. Emerson Radamel Vicente Vicente. Zion DeAndre Watkins. Eshin Jamar Watley. Jenna Malin White. Davian LeBrons Williams. Jayaria LaShonda Marie Williams. Jeremy Joshua Winston Jr. Isaiah Elijah Warford. Jaden Nathaniel Worsham. William Michael Boris Wright. Juana Elizabeth Seek Utuck. Dominic Isaias Yanes. Tiziana Gabriela Zivalos Gutierrez.
Go back to the principal award.
Yep.
Turn it.
Hold on, we're gonna do the
On behalf of Park Wilkinson, it is an honor to receive the Principal's Award. To be considered for the Principal's Award, students must be in the top 25 of the class in academic standings, never having disciplinary or attendance issues. They must display positivity toward peers, teachers, and administration, and project a positive attitude toward Rome High School in the community. They should be involved in extracurricular activities and have at least 60 documented hours of community service. Finally, they must have accomplished significant victories or won substantial notoriety for Rome High School, and both of our recipients today are very deserving of this honor. Our first recipient exemplifies success in so many different areas of Rome High School, showing exceptional talents in academics, athletics, and the arts. This student is a member of student government, the National Honor Society, DECA, and Junior Civitan. Academically, the student has taken numerous AP and honors courses and finished in the top 10 of her class. In the arts, she has been a part of our highly decorated grand finale show choir group, and athletically, she is a standout on the tennis court, serving as the #1 female singles player for multiple years. A student with great school pride and an outgoing, radiant personality, she could be seen on the sidelines last fall pumping up the student section as a leader of our pack attack. In the fall, this student plans to attend the University of Georgia, majoring in biochemistry. She is the daughter of Dr. Robert Steparic and Nicole Christian. The 2026 Principal Award goes to Sophia Steparic. Our next recipient excels at academics and the arts at Rome High School. He is a member of the National Honor Society and an AP Scholar with distinction, taking 11 AP classes and earning an A in every one. He is a highly decorated member of our excellent band, The Sound of the Seven Hills, participating in the marching, concert, and jazz bands. This student earned the distinction of being the first person from Rome High in over 10 years to be named to the All-State Band, an audition collective that selects the top players from across Georgia to perform in the Classic Center in Athens. The student also was a brass finalist for the Governor's Honors Program, being only one of 3 trombonists in the state of Georgia to attend a 4-week summer program, taking music classes. He was named to the Georgia Music Educators Association's Jazz Ensemble in 2026 and is a member of the North Georgia Youth Wind Symphony. The student plans to attend the University of Georgia in the fall to major in music education. The 2026 Principal Award winner is the son of Dr. Paul Neal and Amy Neal. Please help me congratulate Andrew Neal. On behalf of Dr. Eric L. Holland, Superintendent of Rome City Schools, I would like to welcome and congratulate all the graduates and their families on this special occasion. The Superintendent's Award is given to 1 male and 1 female from the class of 2026 who display exemplary qualities in a wide range of areas at Rome High School. In order to be considered for this award, students must be in the top 20 in academic standings for their class. They must display a positive attitude toward peers, teachers, and administrations, and be a good ambassador for Rome High School in the community. They must be involved in extracurricular activities with at least 100 hours of documented community service, and they must have never had disciplinary or attendance issues. Finally, they must have accomplished significant victories or won substantial acclaim for Rome High School. Our two recipients today embody these qualities to the fullest. The first recipient is a student who excels in the classroom, in athletics, and a wide variety of organizations through the school. She is a student ambassador, president of Junior Civitan, and president of the Psychology Club in her junior year. She served as editor for the yearbook her junior and senior year. She has volunteered at Restoration Rome and various other organizations in the community. Athletically, she has been involved in the Lady Wolf soccer team all 4 years of high school. She is an AP scholar with distinction and is national merit commended. Last but not least, she is salutatorian for the Rome High School class of 2026. This fall, she will attend Georgia Tech, where she will major in civil engineering. The daughter of Gina and Alan Loveman, the class of 2026 Superintendent's Award winner is none other than Audrey Claire Loveman. Our next recipient's commitment to service at school and the community is truly outstanding. He is a member of numerous clubs at Rome High School, including the National Honor Society, DECA, the Fellowship of Christian Athletes, and Junior Civitan. He is a student ambassador, spokesperson for the Superintendent Student Advisory Council, and he is the president of the class of 2026. In his junior year, this student founded and served as president for Rome High's first ever pickleball club. This student shows his community and charitable spirit by being an active member of the WindShape Foundation, the West Rome Church Leadership Team, and the vice president of the Floyd Youth Action Team. This fall, he will attend Berry College, where he plans to major in public relations and organization development. This year's winner of the Superintendent Award is the son of Mandy and Jeremy Johnson. Please help us recognize Fred Johnson.
We're going to go a little bit off script today. It would be a dishonor if we didn't recognize a very special person. So if I can get everybody's attention to just look at the video board real quick.
They say a legacy is built one day at a time, and for Park Wilkinson, those days have added up to a lifetime of impact. From the very beginning, Park's commitment to Rome City Schools has been about more than just a job. It's been about a deep-rooted belief in the potential of every student. As we look through these moments, the decades of service, the faces of colleagues, and the growth of our district, we see a leader who never settled for good enough. Park has been a steady hand in the storm, a mentor to many, and a constant advocate for excellence within the Wolfpack. Whether in the boardroom or the hallways, his presence has always been defined by integrity and a genuine heart for people. These photos can only capture a fraction of the story. They don't show every late night or every tough decision, but they do show the smile of a man who loves his community. Park, you have shaped the culture of Rome City Schools and left a mark on the lives of countless educators and families. Thank you for your vision, your dedication, and your years of service. We are better because of your leadership. Park Wilkinson, once a wolf, always a wolf.
Mr. Wilkinson, it is difficult to find the words to express how much you mean to my fellow graduates and I. You're our principal all throughout high school. For many of us, you're our principal for part of elementary school and middle school years. You're all we ever known. You cheered us on for our successes, you supported us when we had struggles, you corrected us when we made poor life choices. In short, you treat us like we were your own kids. The people who we are right now, the adults we will soon become, the most or almost because of you, but also because of our parents. Thank you so much for everything you do, and we'll always love you.
Appreciate it. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
I think I'm up next.
All right, here we go. Dr. Eric Holland, Superintendent of Rome City Schools and the Rome City School Board of Education, as principal of Rome High School. I hereby certify that these candidates for graduation have fulfilled all requirements set forth by the state of Georgia and the Rome City School Board for high school graduates.
On behalf of Rome City Schools Board of Education, as superintendent, whereas these candidates have met all requirements set forth by both the state of Georgia and Rome City Schools Board, are now eligible for graduation, I hereby receive these candidates for graduation and confer their diplomas.
On behalf of Rome High, class of 2026, I proudly accept these diplomas. You may now turn your tassels from the right to the left. And let's stand up and join together to sing the alma mater one last time.
The door